Hello, welcome to Pathagonia. This is Jay. Today we're going to talk about the difference between Carney-Complex, Carney-Triad, and Carney-Stratakis syndrome. Before we begin, thank you to Path Presenter for these online slides and Wikipedia for the images. Carney-Complex is due to a PRCAR1A tumor suppressor mutation on chromosome 17. Some signs that include but are not limited to are cutaneous myxoma, cardiac myxoma, myxoid fibroadenoma, pseudomonas melanotic schwannoma, and primary pigmented nodular adrenocortical disease. So let's talk about the myxoid lesions first. Here we have a cutaneous myxoma. As you can see by the skin, it's kind of on low power, multinodular. As we zoom in closer, we can see a myxoid stroma with some branching vessels, and we can see as we zoom in closer kind of spindled cells with minimal atypia. So cutaneous myxoma, and we see multiple of these. And if you also see this cardiac myxoma, which is characterized by a myxoid background with polygonal / kind of stellate looking cells, you'll oftentimes get some hemorrhage and inflammation. And what I look for are these perivascular cuffs, which are like the vessels, and surrounding them are those kind of stellate cells. These stellate cells make in a cardiac myxoma will be positive for calretinin and S100. And then in addition to cutaneous myxoma and cardiac myxoma, you can also get a myxoid fibroadenoma. This is a breast biopsy, and this fibroadenoma is a pericannulicular. Peri meaning the epithelial glands are opened. If it were closed, it would be like an intracannulicular. In addition to myxoid entities in Carney-Complex, you can get a pseudomonas melanotic schwannoma. These are very rare, and this is a picture from Wikipedia, but it's characterized by pseumoma bodies, as we see here, a lot of melanin pigmentation, as well as palisading that resembles what you would see in those Verrucae A, or the Verrucae bodies and Antoni AB regions. They will be positive for S100 as well as HMB45 and melon A. And then another entity you can get for Carney-Complex is primary pigmented nodular adrenocortical disease. And here is a gross finding of the adrenal gland with multiple pigmented nodules. This is a rare cause of ACTH-independent Cushing disease. So for Carney-Complex, just to sum up, you can get cutaneous myxomas, cardiac myxomas, myxoid fibroadenomas, pseudomonas melanotic schwannoma, as well as primary pigmented nodular adrenocortical disease. Phew, now we got Carney-Complex, the complex things out of the way. Let's talk about the Carney-Triad. One is pulmonary chondroma. So this is a benign tumor of mature hyaline cartilage, and as you can see here, you can see the chondrocytes. In addition to pulmonary chondroma, you'll get a paraganglioma. And paraganglioma is neurocrest derived, and you'll have your chief cells and in between the chief cells, the sustanecular cells. And on low power, you can appreciate kind of a nested pattern. And within these nests are epithelioid cells. So these are what's kind of pathognomonic for paraganglioma, the Zellballen architecture. You'll have rare mites, and IHC pattern will be positive for neuroendocrine markers like INSM1, chromogranin, synaptophysin, and also positive for GATA3. And in the sustanecular cells, there will be positivity in S100. In addition to paraganglioma and pulmonary chondroma, the third triad of Carney-Triad is GIST. or gastrointestinal stromal tumor, which arise from the interstitial cells of Cajal. And they're characterized by the spindled cytology, although some subtypes include epithelioid and mixed. And these are positive for DOG1, which is discovered on GIST1, c-KIT, and CD34. So, Carney-Triad is characterized by pulmonary chondroma, paraganglioma, and GIST. And this is, in the current literature, due to a hypermethylation of SDHC promoter. Now, let's talk about Carney-Stratakis syndrome. If you know Carney-Triad, well, I can assure you, you will know Carney-Stratakis, because Carney-Stratakis is two of the three entities we saw in Carney-Triad. It is characterized by paraganglioma and GIST. But you have to remember that Carney-Stratakis syndrome is due to a different mutation. This is due to either an SDHB, SDHC, or SDHD mutation, whereas Carney-Triad is due to SDHC hypermethylation. Now, to wrap everything up, Carney complex, it's complex. PRCAR1A, chromosome 17, cutaneous myxoma, cardiac myxoma, myxoid fibroadenoma, pseumomatous melanotic schwannoma, primary pigmented nodular adrenal cortical disease, Carney-Triad, hypermethylation of SDHC, pulmonary chondroma, paraganglioma, and GIST. And Carney-Stratakis syndrome, due to SDHB-CD mutation, is just two of the three in Carney-Triad, paraganglioma and GIST. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Pathagonia. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.